The beginning of the summer, I got a new job. Now, the end of the summer, I realized that job was not for me, so I quit, and now I'm back at my old job that I've been trying so desperately to get out of. Hey guys, it's me, Rachel, and yes, it kind of sounds like a little back and forth, but I worked food service for like over 8 years, and it was something I'm just like, I just want to get out. I wanted to move it forward in my life. I wanted to get to new opportunities and learn new skills and just not have to be the bottom rail of society. Food service is not the bottom rail of society. No, I've been like trying to get out of food service for a long time, and I finally got an opportunity. I got a new job, and it was in a call center. But it was a really like reputable call center, and it was like, hey, this is great opportunities, great, like, I'll learn new skills. I learned something, and that was the call center environment is not for everybody. Really not for everybody. The first 2 months was training, like the full-on 2 months of training with a whole team of people that were all hired and had the same start date as I did. I loved my teammates. I loved being in the training room with them. I loved doing all the activities with them. It was fun. I liked that. Then we went on to the phones, actually starting to doing all the things that we were being trained for. And this was 2 months in, like 2 months of training, the third month's beginning, and it's finally starting the phone, like actually answering phone calls. And it was to the point that I was like shaking with every phone call. I was freaking out that for some reason I was going to do something wrong because I had this fear of failure. I was going to like ruin someone's finances. Just every level of anxiety, everything that was stressful, everything that I have not really experienced. Like I was feeling physical anxiety and panic attacks with every phone call. It was just like welling up inside, and I was like harder breathing. Every morning I drove into work, my stomach was just flips while I was driving. Don't be mad. Come on, I'm trying to talk. Cats. It was like flipping every single morning. I was grinding my teeth at night, so I'd always wake up and I was like, it was not okay. I was getting physically stressed out. And then here's the bad part. Here's why you haven't heard from me in several months. Spent all my energy, everything, just to get through each of those phone calls, every single one of those phone calls for 8 hours a day, Monday through Friday. And by the time I'd come home, I'd be like, okay, sweet, so I have an evening. I don't usually have evenings. I'm gonna get a lot of art done, right? Nothing, because guess what? I used every single ounce of mental capacity, emotional capacity, that I was wrecked. I was so exhausted at the end of every single day that I was just sit there and stare at a blank wall, like hours. For hours I would do this. So it came to this whole point where it was like, this is not worth it. This is not worth it was supposedly a big increase in pay, but dude, when they take out stuff for health benefits and they take out stuff for retirement, it was like, dude, I'm getting paid the exact same. Yes, I have benefits. Yes, it's an adult thing to do. But I was like, oh my gosh, I'm dying. I was like just so stressed out, so anxious. I was actually seeing my roommates less with this new schedule, and I was like, I normally get to see him all the time, but no, I had to go to bed early every night so I can wake up early every day and be at work, and it took over, like, it was like 20 minutes to get there depending on traffic, and I'm used to leaving like 2 minutes away from work with traffic. It was like 20 minutes there, 20 minutes back, sometimes 30 minutes depending on the traffic. So there's a whole hour of the day that I'm not seeing anybody and I'm spending in my car. And I know that's very small compared to some people, but when you're like me and you have to spend so much time doing your day job, and you want to have every waking minute you can to be able to do your dream job, but then you also have to factor in, I have family, I have friends, I have chores, I have responsibilities. It's like, it becomes this giant big deal. Every minute counts in a day. I just wasn't seeing my friends. I wasn't seeing my family. I was exhausted every day. That it didn't matter how hard I tried. I would try drinking caffeine. I would try drinking sugar. Just like anything that would get me to like wake up and be able to do some artwork at the end of the day. And it was not happening. I was barely able to just do like small little drawings or daily comics. And half the time I didn't even do that. So it was like there was just non-existent art was happening with this new job, and that is a huge no-no. Huge no-no. I had to make a decision where I was like, okay, look, this is giving me financial security, which is amazing and something that everybody should have or at least strive towards. But that is not my goal. Ultimately, that's not my goal. Yeah, I feel like I'm going to be a poor artist, starving artist all my life. And you know what? I'm okay with that. If that means I'm an artist. Like, thank you. Yes, let me be an artist. I'd rather be an artist and have to work really hard for my money versus I don't even get to be an artist because guess what? Now I have money and I can take care of myself, but I'm just going to be a dead zombie for the rest of my life. Not happening. Anyway, that was a long explanation. But it has a point. My team that I was with, we all were going to be on the same team when we actually got up to the floor to actually be taking phone calls, and we decided upon a team name. The team name that ended up winning was Game of Phones. Now, when we were actually up on the floor, like, because we were up on the floor that whole last month, even though I was having panic attacks, anxiety attacks, my manager, Johnny, who was amazing, he asked, because he knew that I was an artist and he knew that I was creative, and he asked me, it's like, hey, do you want to make a poster? Because like all of the sections were all lined up and then you could just walk into each row, but then like each of the managers was at the front of each row, and then he'd have like a couple rows for their team, and you'd have a manager desk, a couple rows for their team, and another manager desk. And so they were like, the manager desks for all of them though had their team name and like some logo that someone drew on a whiteboard or something like that. It's like, dude, we can make one for our team, have a nice cool poster or the whiteboard. Initially he had asked for me to do a whiteboard drawing, but I was like, dude, what? Who cares about a whiteboard drawing? Let me make you an actual drawing. So he asked if I can make this poster for them for Game of Phones for our team, and I did. Yes, I no longer work there. I put in my 2 weeks, didn't even fulfill my 2 weeks because I was so done. I couldn't handle the stress of that place. Another day, another time, longer story. I did squeeze out the ability to make this poster, but that took forever. It almost took the entire month of just like small amount of drawing on it every single night to slowly get forward. Should have taken me, like, looking at the end, I was like, dude, I could have knocked that out in one day easy. I get a lot of projects done in one day. Not all of them, but I get a good amount of projects done in one day, or at least 1 to 2 days, like a good just 8-hour chunk. Dude, I can get that something like that taken care of in no time. That should have taken me no time at all, and it took me a whole month, and that's just horrible. Another reason why I'm not there anymore. I ended up making this Game of Phones picture for my teammates. They still have that poster. I gave them all a smaller poster to have at their personal desk in case they get transferred to other places. They can always have this little thing that's like, this was the team that you started with. You started on the team of Game of Phones. And yes, it is basically the Game of Thrones logo, but I put my own little artistic style to each of the animals, and then all of them have either MSR like headsets, or they have like actual phones, which I thought was really fun. This was just a lot of fun to draw. Most of it was done on the iPad, but the initial like sketch I just did on paper, so that way I can get the amount of detail that I wanted to a little bit easier, because sometimes that's easier for me than going full digital. I'm still getting there. Still getting there with the full digital. I do still love traditional though, and I don't think I'm ever going to leave it. Apparently that was story time. Just a lot of stuff has happened this summer, and so of course it is going to warrant a story time. I do hope that you guys enjoyed watching this whole poster get pieced together, and I thank you for listening to me ramble on about what was going on in my life this summer. Now that I'm not working at that job, I'm back to my old job. Yes, it's still food service, but it affords me more time to do art. Hopefully, I will have more videos for you guys more on a weekly basis, because that would be nice. If you want to see more of my videos, you can go ahead and click that subscribe button, click the like button, go ahead and leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you guys. If you want to see more of my actual artwork, there's 2 links that I left for you. One for Facebook, one's for Instagram. Go ahead and give those a peek. There's a little bit more about my comic updates. There's going to be some of my daily doodles on there. It's just where most of my art is going to be posted, not just the ones I'm able to film. I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you next time for another art adventure.